details, man.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Kotobukiya 2-pack review set on the ArtFX plus Star Wars Empire Strikes Back Yoda and R2-D2 Dagobah 2-pack. If you're trying to pick this up, you can pre-order it right now at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And thank you so much Kotobukiya for making this review possible. If you want to see the latest from them, be sure to check the links in the description below. I really like how that R2-D2 looks already, very dirty and everything. And then we get more R2-D2 right over there on the side of the packaging. And on the back you can see some product shots. We get display options for Yoda. We also get the Spirit Yoda right over there. And on the side we get Yoda again. And on the top it says Star Wars Yoda and R2-D2, and there's not much more at the bottom. Alright, let's get to it and crack these things open. And here's R2-D2 along with the two Yoda statues out of the packaging. And man, look at the paint detail on that R2-D2. That is impressive. I am very stoked about that one. I really like both of these Yoda statues too, especially this one. This is very cool. And of course we get the Spirit version of Yoda right over there. Now there is some assembly required with these. As you can see, they do come in multiple parts, so you got to put some pieces together, which is very easy to do. It's not difficult at all. So anyway, let's take a closer look at the R2-D2, which is virtually a repaint from the last R2-D2 that we had gotten in the 3-pack from Force Awakens. Then we'll take a closer look at the Yodas. I always love it when R2-D2 farts, right? The fart noises are always great coming out of the droids. But anyway, looking at R2-D2, I mean, this paint just looks fantastic. I'm very impressed by this. It looks so good, man. Very cool. Love all that little mud and dirt from Dagobah added to him. Comparing him to the other version that we have right over here, the cleaner version. There you go. The blues are very similar to each other. But man, the paint apps, whew. Look at all the mud right over there and everything. Wow. Very impressive. Really like this a lot. I keep saying that word impressive, but it is impressive though. This looks so good. Very happy with this. Very cool. It does have some articulation. You can move the head side to side, of course, just like the other one. And then you do have the option of having him walk. And of course, both of these statues do come with their own magnetic base, so you can have them attached like that. But you can also have him just sitting on the ground. You know, he'll stand just fine on his own, just like the other version. But you can see that we can remove this piece by turning it to the side, and then picking this off right here. And then we have his third leg, and just port that in. You want to put it in at an angle and then turn it. And then the legs right here you want to detach, and you want to turn it so it moves down one notch. And then there you have the leg kicked back. Same thing on this side, just take it off and then move it from that port up there to that port down there. And there it goes. And we could have R2-D2 wheeling around like this and everything, and he does have articulation at his ankles, so these do move up and down. One thing I want to mention too is that you get this nice brass color right here at the very bottom of these tubes. I really like that a lot. Just want to point that out because I noticed that earlier and forgot to mention it. And then we have Yoda. This is the definitive Yoda in my opinion. I really like it a lot. Of course, the Empire Strikes Back Yoda. Man, so well done. I love the darker green going right there in the seams and his wrinkles. The hair has some nice detail. His robe has some great detail and some texturing to it and everything. You can see the little foot coming out of the back right there. Very cool. His little cane. This is awesome, man. I really dig this a lot. Then he has the interchangeable pieces, so you can swap out his right arm and his head so you can get some posing options. You just want to grab it by this right here, and then you can have his right arm moving forward, so like he's pulling an X-Wing out of the swamp. And he also has his necklace right there, looking really cool, but yeah, you just want to make sure that that goes around the neck. And then you can put the alternate head sculpt on here with his eyes closed, and that's very awesome. I really dig that a lot. I might have it displayed just like this. I really dig that. Of course, you could swap it up so that both hands are holding the cane and his eyes are closed. Or you could do this right here where you put the eyes open while he's moving his hand like that, which doesn't look as cool to me. I prefer having his eyes closed and with this gesture, you know. But anyway, we also get the hologram, or I keep wanting to call it a hologram, but the Spirit Yoda looking great. Now this one does not require any assembly or anything like that. It just comes as one solid piece, and you can see that it is very translucent. And with the black backdrop, you can see the details of it a little better, you know, looking really good. Now there are little molding lines right in there, you know, it's a little unfortunate, but it's tricky to see, so it's really not the biggest bummer in the world. But, you know, a couple of these little lines are there, but they're not on the other side. For the most part, it's very clean. I really like it. You can still see the textured detail and the sculpt and all that. So yeah, really good job on this. I really dig it. And the other version of Yoda does have magnets at the bottom of his feet. This one does not. This one's all flat at the bottom. This one, of course, you can see the feet with the magnets. Now to measure out these statues, you can see that the Yodas are standing just a little over 2.5 inches tall, and R2-D2 is just a little over 4 inches. And then for your R2-D2 comparison, we have the Empire Strikes Back R2-D2 compared to the Force Awakens R2-D2, and they are the same thing. This is just a repaint. It even says so on the back of the packaging that this is a repaint, but man, what a great repaint that is. Then comparing these Yodas to the Hasbro Black Series Yoda, you can see that this figure is actually quite taller than the statue. Then here's the statues compared to my Star Wars Black Series Bespin Luke Skywalker, and I think this statue fits perfectly in scale with this Luke Skywalker over here. Unfortunately though, seeing, Luke Skywalker and R2-D2 and the Yodas, I'm realizing right now that this is not good scaling right here. Yoda should be much taller in comparison to R2-D2. I mean, I remember there's that whole scene when Yoda was trying to take Luke's snack and R2 was trying to take it back, or was it the flashlight? And he's like, mine, mine, mine. And he's all smacking the side of R2-D2. Like, they're standing at about the same height, right? They're standing just about face to face to each other, and that would make sense because this R2-D2 is just way too big for this 6-inch figure over here. So unfortunately these aren't in scale together for the statues, but if you're a Hasbro Star Wars Black Series collector, you're going to want this for your Black Series figures because I think that looks great. And then here they are next to the Marvel Legends Big Time No Letdown Spider-Man. I don't know, I think it's kind of neat having the spirit version of Yoda shadowing the regular version right over there. I really like these statues a lot, and the only flaw I really see here is the scaling, but I think the likeness is dead on to how Yoda looked in Empire Strikes Back. I love all this extra paint that we get on R2-D2. I think it looks awesome. So even with my one complaint aside, I'm actually very happy with this set, especially with me having the 6-inch Black Series collection to use this Yoda for. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please hit the like button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you have not already. And if you're already subscribed, please hit that notification bell just so you know when the newest ShartimusPrime video is coming at you and waiting for you to be viewed. Anyway, you can check out a photo gallery of images over at JediInsider.com, and I have figures and t-shirts and music for sale over at ShartimusPrime.net. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Or with the eyes wide shut right there.